Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. So today we're doing the quest Out of the Shadows. Resigned expression speaks volumes. I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Wiesket. I have I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you are able. Well, so long as we got a way to do it. That sounds promising. I'll tell Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there. That quest tower reminds me of a show I actually need to sit down and watch called, I think it's What We Do in the Shadows? One of many shows I need to sit down and watch. Just don't have the time for everything. I mean, I could invariably have more time if I didn't do things like content creation and such, but eh. I mean, ultimately, gaming's a passion that I rather enjoy, and if I can share it with others and do something more with it than just privately game, there's just nothing but gain for that. Apologies for having you come all this way. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with its debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp he could spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. It's thanks to him that we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric, and yes, I know you could say about all the company members. But unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades even if we asked, but an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him, whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad sunlight or the dead of night, he'd always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. But I've rambled on enough. Go on now. This may be our best and only hope. Well, let's go try and get his attention. Wait. Need to go this way. Here I was enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go and bloody whistle? Oh, so it's the guy who fired the shot from last time. Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least it was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First Whiskett, then old Mistbeard himself. Ha, as if those codgers could ever catch me. And now yours is storied hero summons me forth. No need to say why. You're going to ask me to help take down the blasphemy. I never could refuse it whenever someone tried out those hackneyed words. So tell me, Acting Commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. No, that may be a little bit of a strong word. So you need a way to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes, so we'll be needing support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited to that role? Damn right, my ears are among the keenest in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Whiskett. I'm pure marksmanship, none in limps are the Admiral's equal. Yet my role was ill-suited for a supporting role, not for lack of skill, of course, but rather, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me. Up? Where the fuck am I going? Quite the view, wouldn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. If you would indulge me for a moment, and I'll spin you a yarn, just try not to doze off. Back in Paris' golden age, a League of Lost Bastards ruled the Rotano. I was one of them, as was Merweb. We were led by none other than her old man, Blofwisen, the most feared captain of the high seas. Feared by his enemies, that is, stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and he showed me the ropes. Aye, he was like a father to me, to us all, till that fateful day. Was in the wars 1562, the Sixth Astral Era. Laments and merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagan. Around this time, Blofwis had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bastards to Merweb. His pride and joy. She was still growing into the role, though, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. And he had a noble streak he did, ordered us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Merweb led the effort, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. The fighting was fierce, but we always came out of it in one piece, until we didn't. Until after a skirmish, the Sahagan survivor with his last breath summoned forth the Lord of the World. The great beast toppled our mast and cracked the keel like an egg. We clambered aboard the merchantman as our own ship sank, naught to do but wait for the end. But then comes Bluffwist and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out of the fire, and he did. But the League of Lost Bastards would never be the same again, for even though we'd escaped with our lives, we soon discovered that Captain Bluffwist, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall. Of course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning or temper and didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more haggard by the day, his words devolving into crazed rambling. Then one day he vanishes, taking off with half of our men. Not long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep. Alongside the Sahagin at their helm was none other than Captain Bluffhiz, who'd cast his lot with the Fishbacks. Merweb knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off under cover of night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first, wanted to leave me out of it, she said. But seeing as I made myself known that when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Her twin muskets fell in one after the next, as my sharpshooting kept her safe from afar. We cut a path to the center of the isle. It was there we found Bluffhiz, or rather the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to, all bones with skin shriveled and tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the World. Merweb challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flared in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me there to witness it, Merweb ended her father's life. Oh shit! That was her dad? The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to its name if it weren't for Merweb. She assumed full command and restored us to our former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. I often think back upon that day, seeing her charge into battle, muskets blazing. Might seem reckless to some, but that's how Captain Bluffwist taught her, and she knows no other way. That's why I made it my job to support her from the shadows, and it's a role in which I'll happily serve again. I owe that much to her old man. My only doubt was whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me, but watching you from afar has answered that question. I tell Wiesket and the rest of my no-good companions that Lauren stands with them. Okay, well, we learned some lore about Merweb, which is cool. Did Lawrence show himself? Haha, now there's a surprise. I had some hope your words might reach him, but never did I imagine he would agree so readily. Just one thing. I'd appreciate if you didn't mention Lauren's involvement to the company, and Noah's in particular. They'll find out soon enough regardless. At any rate, this gives us new hope. In our battle against Blasphemy, all that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. The latest reports are to be believed we are drawing ever closer. And with that, I'd best get back to it. Can I trust you to report these latest developments to the Maelstrom? Then tell them till we meet again, Commander. Okay, so back to Maelstrom Command. So this was just a go talk to people quest. That's cool. I'm good with that. The search for Blasphemy continues, though I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation. A marksman by the name of Lawrence, eh? The Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we don't have much call for his skills until Blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourself as necessary in the meantime. Lawrence, why does that ring a bell? And that was Out of the Shadows. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and hopefully we'll see you come by one of our many live streams over on Twitch, or maybe we'll see you at the next video here on YouTube. Till then, have a wonderful rest of your evening.